Hey everybody, this is Shelly, your mouthy mama, talking trash and truth. And I am here today to talk to you about narcissists and gaslighting. Now, some of you might not know what gaslighting is. Gaslighting is a form of manipulation and abuse concentrated on making someone doubt reality. So basically, somebody telling you that's not what you heard, that's not what I said, that's not what you saw, basically telling you that everything that you know to be true is untrue and that you can't trust your own eyes, your own ears, or your own mind. So, this can manifest in people who are blatantly lying or constantly covering things up, people whose actions contradict their words, denying conversations or events ever happened, manipulating others to see you differently. That's a big one. When you challenge a narcissist, when you don't fall for their gaslighting, like them telling you that you're always coming across a certain way when you don't think you are, and when other people who come across that way get a free pass but you don't, you got to wonder, like, okay, why is it okay for them but not for me? And I don't think I'm doing it like that, but you're telling me I am, so why are you telling me I am? It gets very confusing because you're like, I'm not doing that. And they keep telling you, yes, you are. Yes, you are. So they're telling you how you feel. They're telling you what your motivations are. They're telling you what your intentions are. And that's gaslighting. That's them putting their thoughts on you. Don't let anybody tell you why you're saying the things you're saying, what you're saying, or why you're saying it. If you want to be angry, be angry. If you want to be defensive, be defensive. If you want to just let it go, let it go. Don't participate. Manipulating others to see you differently. If they can't control you, they will try to control what other people think about you. Uh, they will deny things. They will make things up saying that you're saying things or you're doing this, or look at how she's doing, when they're the ones who are constantly transgressing and constantly perpetrating this narrative about you that isn't true. And they like to turn it around and play the victim and make you look like the bad guy. Don't let them. Your self-esteem, look, I can't even talk. Your self-esteem slowly erodes away and you begin to question what is real. You start to think you're bad or crazy. And that's a real thing. When somebody's hammering away at you, they chip away at you and chip away at you and chip away at you with backhanded compliments or talking about you behind your back or, making decisions without you and then minimizing your importance or minimizing your contribution. Always standing by themselves like they got there alone, like you were always a bad person. You were always, there's nothing, good about you. And that's just not true. Everybody has good and bad. The thing is, most people who are more on the bad side tend to focus on other people's bad qualities. And they like to exacerbate them and exaggerate them and constantly bring them up to whoever will listen. Um, Instead of just letting things go and being mature and being respectful of other people, they like to malign them. True or false, it doesn't matter. They will take everything that they know about this person and put it out there. And let's see, actions contradict words, broken promises. There's a lot of that with narcissists. And feeling like you have to defend reality. That's a genuine thing with narcissists. They create this alternative reality that they want other people to believe. And you're constantly in this self defense mode. And that brings us to our next little thing, signs of gaslighting. Actions don't match their words. They distract from their behavior by projecting it onto you. So when somebody's saying, "Oh, this person is da 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 da," you can almost guarantee they're the ones that are actually committing the sin and not the other person. Degrading comments followed by positive reinforcements, like, "Oh, she's such a loudmouth bitch," or "She's such a whore." Like saying things like that, and then turn around and go, "But I really miss her." I've heard those statements all throughout my life, like, "Oh, she's a horrible person, but I wish she'd come back." Really? Because one does not equal the other. Am I a horrible person because I wouldn't take your shit anymore? Is that why I'm horrible? Like, that's what I've run into in my past. And I mean, it was a very high school thing. It was very, immature and very like, "Oh, he said, she said, whatever." And I like to think that we left those days behind. They attempt to block or are unsupportive of your growth. I mean, there are people out there who are very selfish. They will take your talents and they will take your time and they will lay claim to them. And you can't let them. You have to be able to work for your own self, do your own, uh, I guess, have your own agenda. My agenda is to have fun and help some people along the way and just live my life as, you know, well as I can. I was given a second, a third, a fourth chance at life, and I don't need a fifth one. I want to make the most of this one. And if that means that I have to stand alone and do it, that's fine. If it means I'll have supportive people in my corner, that's fine too. Obviously, one is a lot better than the other, but when you let people in, you run the risk of them using you or taking advantage of you or going around saying, untrue things about you. But you have to have trust. You have to try to trust people. Otherwise, you're going to be very lonely in life. They lie and deny things even when there's proof. Yes, plenty of that. Degrading comments followed by positive reinforcement. Yep, like I said, yeah, before. Telling you you're wrong, you're crazy, you're imagining things. I mean, I've had plenty of people be like, "No, no, you're wrong," when I'm not wrong, and I know I'm not wrong. And the easiest thing for you to do when you're being gaslit in that way is to just shut the conversation down and walk away, because you're not going to win that conversation. You're not you're not competitive in that conversation. You're just trying to get a point across, and instead you're being gaslit from the other direction that you're wrong, and how could you think that, and how could you say that? So rather than just constantly deal with that kind of animosity and negativity, you can just shut down the conversation and walk away from it. You are your own person. Remember that. The only power people have over you are the power that you give them or the power that you let them take. So don't let them take it. Gaslighting sounds like, "Are you sure? You have a really bad memory. You're so sensitive. Why are you so defensive?" There you go again. "Oh, I didn't do that. You're overreacting. You need help. You're so pathetic. Why are you upset? I was only kidding. I never said that. That never happened. You're so thin skinned. You're imagining things. Oh, you're making that up. This is your fault. It's your fault. Can you hear yourself? Stop acting crazy." That's another one. Then there's also what gaslighting sounds like. Sounds like, "Can you hear yourself? You need help. Don't be so sensitive," meaning it's your fault. "You sound so crazy. I was just joking. You're remembering things wrong. Why are you so defensive all the time? No one will believe that. Stop feeling sorry for yourself." "Oh, well, that's a false accusation." "Oh, you're overreaching or you're overreacting." There you go again. You're imagining things. I wouldn't have done that to you. And it just goes round and round and round and round. And I can honestly say that coming up against these things is probably one of the hardest things you're going to go through as an adult, because it's in relationships where you've given your trust already. This person has earned your trust. They have earned your, good feelings. They've earned positivity from you. They've earned love and help and care. And you've given all that. Thank you. You've given all that. And what did you wind up with? You wound up being blamed, and you wound up being isolated, frozen out. You got, people talking about you, nothing but drama surrounding you. And all you really want is to just have some peace. That's all you want. You want everybody to have peace. You want everybody to enjoy their lives and just leave you alone. And that's the thing. A narcissist will never allow you to just relax and be yourself as long as you are in their grip. Once they decide to let go of you, everybody around them will let go and everybody will move on. It takes the head of that, like group to say, okay, we're done doing that. Like they need to put their foot down and say, okay, this person is, they're just outside our periphery. We're not going to engage. That's it. Everybody stops. It's really hard to have a war when only one side is willing to fight. So if you don't fight back, if you don't give them fuel, it'll go away. It will. It absolutely will go away. And if it doesn't, that means that the person in charge of this group enjoys the attention and enjoys the negativity. And that means that it's their intention to hurt you. So you have that. I mean, if it stops, then that person is powerful enough to control the group and just shut it all down. They're showing that they have some integrity. If it continues, it means that they enjoy it. They enjoy the attention and they enjoy the lies. And they're perfectly okay with that type of behavior. So that's what the narcissist, does when they gaslight you. If they're allowing it to go on, if they're even if they're not engaged in it, but like their core group is, it still reflects on them. And it's not a good look. It's not a good way to be. I mean, there could be a lot of peace in your future, or there could be more drama. It's really up to the narcissist. But usually, once you cut off that food supply for them, they go away. The smart ones do, at least. And they'll pick a different victim and they will start their whole bullshit all over again. And they'll say, I've changed, but they won't. There's always hope, though. There's always hope for all of us who are out there who have had to deal with narcissists. The cutoff is the important part. So, this is just part one of like a narcissist kind of view. The more I learn, the more I'll come back and tell you guys. So, for now, that's all I've got. And I hope that you all take what I said, really chew on it for a while. And remember, none of this is psychological, medical, or emotional advice. I am not a doctor or a therapist in any way. I'm just your average schlub making her way through life, trying to figure things out as I go. And it's just a stream of consciousness. So I hope nobody takes this personally, because this is just me talking and it's just easier for me to speak as though I'm the one in the situation. I like to internalize everything. Catholic, Italian, female. The blame just never stops. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you get something out of it and you can see what gaslighting truly is when somebody's literally telling you that the sky is purple when you know it's blue. And they will not stop until you're convinced that it's purple. And then when you say it's purple, you're the one that's crazy. So it's like, okay, you can't win. You cannot win with a narcissist. You could only win for a little while they're satiated. But as soon as they need something new, they open that wound right back up. So don't be a narcissist. Be a decent person. Don't be a piece of crap. And that's all I got to say to you guys. Have a good one, and I will see you in the funny papers. Bye.